Times NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Scrapper and Adam Pearce, and you're watching WGS-TV.
You have warped your way into another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. I'm the WrestleGamer, Double B, Billy Boudreaux, and joining me for the Monday Night Raw review for the week of April 20th. Yes, guys, the official show. High holiday of the year. It's, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mean Mark Trahan from AOC's Sports Entertainment tonight. You guys have already met Nick before, and now here's his counterpart, you know, the better half of Sports Entertainment tonight. That's a dig at you, Lawrence, too. That's a dig at you. But anyway, Mark, welcome to WGS TV. How you doing?
Thank you. I've been wanting to do reviews for a while, but didn't have the time or, you know, working, you know.
Yeah, and if you guys have noticed,
Great to be here.
If you guys notice, I went to the old format here because it's been quite a hassle to get, you know, enough WWE 2K15 footage to have during reviews, and you know, life was a little bit easier doing you know, reviews and vlogs this way. So guess what, guys? We're gonna be doing it this way again. Yeah. So let's go ahead and start talking about Monday Night Raw. We had Randy Orton. They were bringing down the steel cage. They had Randy Orton come out, cut a promo. And basically, it was just a big setup, a big build for Extreme Rules this Sunday with Randy Orton and Seth Rollins inside the steel cage. But Mark, in my opinion, I think the real big question that I think everyone wanted to know, you know, with the huge news of the curb stomp being banned by WWE. Just what exactly were they going to have to do? I mean, you noticed the differences they had out there for Seth Rollins. I mean, all the Titantron footage that he had with him doing the curb stomp was gone.
Yeah. Like, I guess more work for the people that do the Titantron videos. And also, like, I guess he'll do a different move. Like, the new move he did last night, it was more like the Dirty Deeds. He could do, like, his little, the Endless Dirty, move he does most of the time.
What about the Phoenix Splash?
Yeah, you do that, or you do like the turnbuckle power bomb. You know, that's a pretty good move.
Well, yeah, it really is. But now going to the opening match on Monday Night Raw, Luke Harper and Dean Ambrose, and this one was just really like 3 minutes of a match, and to me, I mean, even you could tell, Mark, that this was just basically a build-up and lead into them doing something at Extreme Rules, which we did get the announcement later in the evening that they would be having a Chicago street fight. But, you know, you could tell even at that point when the matchup would just end as quickly as it did that they were leading into something for Extreme Rules with these two guys.
Yeah. But, you know, 3 minutes is not good to tell a story. I guess you'll give them time for the next few weeks. Yeah.
Right, the New Day and the Lucha Dragons. And something I have been saying, guys and gals, for the past couple of weeks on here, that there have been a lot of hints about the New Day turning heel, you know, with the crowd turning on them, and then them showing their heel tendencies as of late with a lot of the... you know, shenanigans, as I would like to call it, on the outside. But, you know, Lucha Dragons, ever since they've come to the main roster, they've become a really good tag team, that I've known they are. Because
one of the best.
Kalisto's been very, very good on the main roster. Followed them for a long time on NXT. And getting to see them on the main roster, for one thing, it's a good thing. But were they going to get the push immediately into the tag team title match? I really didn't see that happening. Mark, in my opinion, if they're on the verge of doing a heel turn for the New Day like they are, then I think the best bet would be for them to go after the tag team titles. But Mark, let me ask you this. In retrospective, if they're going to have the New Day, who's freshly being turned heel, go after Tyson Kidd and Cesaro for the tag team championship, does that make it a face turn for Kidd and Cesaro?
I don't know. I don't think that really, but I guess two heels, they did it before. teams were just maybe the New Days be face and they turn heel at Extreme Rules.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to Fandango. As he basically beat the ever-living snot out of Curtis Axel. I'll give Axel some credit. He did that little dance he did while Fandango was coming in the ring. That was actually entertaining. I'll give him that. But this fixture,
good heel.
The one thing I've been saying as of late for the Axel is, man, Axelmania been running mild, brother.
Yeah.
But it's starting to catch on as a funny gimmick.
Yeah.
But I'm really more interested to see where they go with Fandango. You know, what they're doing with Fandango and this face turn. Can Fandangoing, in your opinion, Mark, make a comeback? Because we all see what the Fandangoing craze was a couple of years ago after WrestleMania, and how that crowd in East Rutherford, New Jersey, just started a craze with the Fandango. Can the Fandangoing make a comeback, in your personal opinion?
If they're doing it right, and if WWE gets a push to him, that is right, I think they could. He could. But he has to, believe in the gimmick like he did 2 years ago, and try to, do the best he can to it. Do it 100%.
Yep. Because they had that opportunity 2 years ago, right when the Fandangoing craze was at its peak, and they never followed through with it. And I think to this day that was a big mistake. But now they have another chance to do it. The only thing is,
but if you go to his face.
Yes, exactly. So I want to see if this craze can catch on and really be a cementable gimmick of sorts with Fandango. Triple H will come out and make the big announcement about Tough Enough, about how fans can go to WWEToughEnough.com if they want to submit their photos. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. One person you won't see on there. You won't see my fat ass on there. Unless there's a spot for commentators.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. But apparently it'll be 10 guys and 5 women, and it'll be one guy and one girl will both get a contract. For one thing, I don't understand why they couldn't have 10 guys and 10 girls, but probably the process will probably take too long to eliminate all the bad people. Kane would then come out and attempt to give out his 2-week notice to the authority, which then would prompt a confrontation between him and Seth Rollins, which then would lead to the announcement that at Extreme Rules for the steel cage match, that Kane would be the gatekeeper of the steel cage.
Or enforcer.
Yeah, in a sense. Oh, and there's something else that we need to bring up, too, very quickly, that we did not bring up in the opening segment, that Randy Orton has promised to RKO everybody he deems fit that night. And so far at this point, he's already...
Stone Cold Steve Austin not?
Well,
Is Randy Orton the new Stone Cold? Yeah.
Well, he's... No, I don't think he's the new Stone Cold. He's the Viper, is what he is. And he is...
the Viper.
He's already RKO'd the New Day. He's already RKO'd.
Yeah.
Heath Slater.
Slater.
Yeah, the one-man band just got knocked into a rubber
band.
Yeah,
he wanted to be the U.S. champion.
Well, that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But, it was at that point. Now, following that, backstage, Triple H was trying to tell Kane that you're a corporate guy now. You're not about the fire and the brimstone anymore. And Kane said, "Oh, yes, I am, and I'll prove it." And we were left to wondering at that point in the show, what exactly was Kane talking about? Were we going to see the mask come back on? Because I think that's what a lot of people want to see. They want to see the mask back on. They don't want to see corporate Kane anymore. They want the mask, the demon Kane, to come back. And that would be the perfect way for him to end his career in retrospect. Naomi and Brie Bella.
Or do like a...
I don't know what to say about this match, Mark. I nearly fell asleep watching this.
Yeah, it was a bathroom break match.
Yeah, basically. And I don't know what else to say. But I don't know what was worse, that match or Bo Dallas coming out and getting his ass whooped by Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with Bo Dallas with the goatee and his soul patch. I don't know what they're going to do with Bo Dallas.
Are they trying to make him grow a beard like Bray Wyatt? Like his brother?
Maybe. Probably.
Speaking of that, a big question that's been on everybody's mind, because we've seen the cryptic promos these past 3 or 4 weeks now of Bray Wyatt addressing someone, but we don't know who it is. Mark, have you formulated any ideas? Who do you think Bray Wyatt is addressing in his cryptic promos?
Well, the thing he talks about is he's like, this guy has a bunch of muscles, but a lot of people don't have muscles. I don't know, like, the people I could see is Randy Orton or
Well, the reason I bring that up is the fact that last night during the Facebook coverage, I asked that question to everybody on the Facebook page on WGS-TV is, who do you think that Bray Wyatt is addressing in his cryptic promos? What is everyone's opinions about that? And I want to bring that up. I'm going to read some of y'all comments for that. Quentin Diaz says, Kane or Roman Reigns. There was keywords ever since the first message. He's afraid of fear. He's inching towards Triple H. He can't get things done, etc. Charles Cousins III says Undertaker. It would make more sense to put him over at Extreme Rules. Why would Undertaker come work at Extreme Rules? That's what I would like to know. Louis Mistretta said, hell, I'll go on a limb, and he mentioned weight, so I'm thinking Mark Henry. Mark Henry could make sense. It could make sense.
Yeah. Put him over,
Timothy Conde says Ryback. Steven Johnson says, I still say Dolph Ziggler. And the final comment, Lou Michael Davis, and listen to this, Mark. Lou says Sting. Possibility?
Over Survivor Series, SummerSlam, maybe?
Well, if they're working something for Extreme Rules, I would have to think something much more sooner than that. But anyway, following that, we would have Zack Ryder and Sheamus. Oh man, I feel so bad for Long Island IZ. I mean, the only time he can get air time on Monday Night Raw, he has to have his ass. Yeah, he pretty much has the job. Yeah. Even in his own hometown, he still has the job. And Sheamus would provide color commentary during this match, and then Dolph Ziggler would come out, hit the zigzag on Sheamus, getting Ryder disqualified. Yeah. Basically, build up to the Kiss Me R smash. Now, we've seen Kiss Me R smash. Yeah, well, basically, it's going to be whoever loses has to kiss the winner on the butt.
But they don't have a rivalry that's going back. To start the rivalry, it's not really good. They didn't build it up too well.
Well, I think it would go back to the start of I think it was like the night of Sheamus's return, which was, I believe, Sheamus returned the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken, and started doing the attacks on Dolph Ziggler. So I think they've had a pretty adequate time. But will this angle be over at Extreme Rules? I would say not. I don't think ending it that quickly would be a good thing. But anyway, following that, John Cena, who apparently, if you're not on the John Cena hate bandwagon, then other YouTubers will hate you. And if you think I care what the YouTube haters out there have to say, I got two little symbols for you right here. And keep in mind, Mark, we're not on AOC, so I can do this.
I like it that way.
Yeah, John Cena would, of course, do his traditional open challenge for the United States Championship. And again, it harkens back to what I've been saying ever since they put the title on him, Mark. In my personal opinion, having John Cena hold the United States Championship and defend it every week on Raw and SmackDown actually makes the title legitimate again.
Yeah, it does, and it's the most entertaining thing John Cena ever did. in a while, in my eyes, and it
How about this though?
The U.S. title.
But how about this? Kane answers the challenge for the United States Championship and actually has a decent match with Cena for the United States Championship. Now, were they going to have him drop the title to Kane on Monday Night Raw since they've been building up the Russian chain match between Cena and Rusev for the title? No, I didn't see that happening.
No.
But it was still a good match. But speaking of Rusev, backstage he would attack John Cena after the match and actually put him in the accolade with the Russian chain. So maybe a sign of things to come for what we have in store for these two at Extreme Rules. The Miz gimmick on the line. Damien Mizdow taking on the Miz. First off, I want to say this. Damn, Summer Rae was hot in them Daisy Dukes, wasn't she? I mean, she was like a...
Yeah, was she in those brown boots?
She was a smoking 10 in that. But, she was going to turn on Damien Mizdow. I mean, that was a little bit predictable in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, my question to you is, Mark, is what are they going to do now with Damien Sandow?
Maybe is a savior of the masses.
It's really hard to say what they're going to do, to be honest. I actually thought there were rumors all over YouTube about how WWE was forcing Mike Mizanin, that's the Miz's real name, to drop the Miz gimmick. They were going to push him out and whatnot. And all I can say is so much for those rumors, and then so much for the Miz after this match because he got RKO'd by Randy Orton, which was victim number 4, if I'm not mistaken. Ryback and Adam Rose, short and sweet match. Ryback would hit the shell shock on Adam Rose. And pay attention, guys and gals. Pay attention. Because what we're saying next is true, and Mark can actually verify what I'm about to say. After the match, Ryback would then shell shock a banana and a hot dog.
Yeah.
And
I don't get it. I guess it's the
Exotic Express. That's all we can see. Main event time on Monday Night Raw, Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. A matchup we were supposed to have last week. We had this week, and I'm glad we had it this week because it's by far the best match of the night between these two guys and and they did not disappoint. And something I've always said for the longest time about Dolph Ziggler, Mark.
And I knew it.
Is the fact that Ziggler can make anybody look incredible. And even if the guy is already incredible, like Seth Rollins, he can make him look that much better. And it always takes two people to have a great match. And you had that with Ziggler and Seth Rollins, and they did not disappoint. Now, the main question we all wanted to see, and we even talked about it a little bit on the onset of this review, is what would be Seth Rollins' signature move now since the curb stomp got banned. And you alluded to it a little bit earlier about God's last gift. It was a maneuver he used, a modified DDT, which he used in Ring of Honor when he was Tyler Black. Now, could they continue to use that move with him, given that there were so many similarities between God's last gift and possibly not?
Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to say what they'll officially do now because this is just like the first time we're seeing him use it in WWE. Will the fans start noticing that there are a lot of similarities between it? But hell, if we noticed it, then you guys probably noticed it. But anyway, it's time to go into our overall scores and our picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week. And as you guys have already heard, my best match of the night is definitely going to go to Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. It stole the show, and it served its purpose.
They also
of being the main event. It capped off the show. Great match. Worst match, I'm sorry to say this, but there was actually a match that was worse than Naomi and Brie Bella. And that was Damien Mizdow and The Miz. Why? Because it was so damn predictable that Summer Rae was going to turn on Mizdow, giving Miz the win, it just, I have a saying on here, Mark. I don't know if you guys will want to adopt that on Sports Entertainment Tonight. You have my blessing if you want to do it. But the saying I have is, when wrestling becomes predictable, it becomes boring. And Summer Rae turning on Miz now is extremely predictable. So therefore, in essence, it made the match very, very uninteresting. In fact, it made it less interesting than the Divas match. And that Divas match was pretty bad. But anyway, that's been my thoughts. Mark, what about you? What's your overall score on Monday Night Raw, and what is your for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? Mark, you have the floor.
I think Dolph Ziggler against Seth Rollins was the best match. You know, I think it could be a future pay-per-view title match in the future if they let Dolph Ziggler have a match for the World Heavyweight Championship. The worst match I think was probably Miz against Miz now. But the thing about Miz now, my thing would be cool if like Maurice would come back and be Miz Now's valet. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, jealous. The thing I have to say about that is, I think because of the fact that they was co-starred in the Marine 4 and WWE, we know WWE is going to do as much as they can to push the Marine 4. And I'll say this, I watched Marine 3, I was impressed with Miz's performance. I was really impressed. It was a good movie. So I'm really looking forward to what he does in the Marine 4. So, but you know, WWE's going to push it like hell. If they're pushing that stupid Flintstones movie, they're going to push the hell out of the Miz's movie. But I think because of the fact they had these two co-star together, that they're going to have somebody be Miz's valet for quite some time until they've deemed it that long enough for the promotion of the Marine 4. But anyway, guys and gals, on that note, what would I know? Go ahead.
Either to come back and make Miz jealous, you know, that'd be a good angle.
Well, I will say this about Maurice: she's easy on the eyes. She's not easy on the ears, but she's easy on the eyes. Anyway, guys and gals, on that note, what we want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw this week? We definitely want to know what you guys out there have to say. Be sure to put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Mean Mark Trahan can be seen with Nick Fuquay and Lawrence Albert or Alfred, whatever his name is, on Sports Entertainment Tonight. Alfred. Every Wednesday on Sports Entertainment Tonight on Acadian Open Channel. You can also see them. Go ahead.
Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, because of the Festival National in Lafayette, where we might have some bits off Extreme for an hour this Wednesday. But next week on Wednesday, we're coming back.
All right, so be sure you check them out. You can also see their past shows on archive on youtube.com/AOC Lafayette. Guys and gals, WGS-TV is on social media on Facebook, facebook.com/WGS-TV, Twitter @TheWrestleGamer, and Instagram @TheWrestleGamer. Be sure you check us out on social media. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer for more content like this and all of my Let's Plays, which can be featured in the annotations at the end of this video, and the links to the videos will be in the description box below. So with that being said, for Mean Mark Trahan, I'm WrestleGamer, Double B Bully Bujo, saying we'll see ya at the next Warp Zone.
Here too. Okay, so they're sisters. Okay.
Nice.
And then
Oh.